Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Art Whisper 88. On your screen you will see my large format gel plate, and there's still a bit of the gray color from the last print, and I thought maybe I can make use of it and try to transfer it to another print. I do, however, want to introduce some more ink lines, and this time I will do my scribble. There's a bit of resistance here because the plate is very springy, so I can't work my way too quickly. Now, let me see what else. I'm going to contrast that with thick line. And this time I just have a little bit of red here. And some cadmium orange. So I'm hoping that the red and orange will contrast with the black. Maybe tiny spot of yellow. And let me see what I come up with. This is a very, the paint had been watered down in the bottle because I wanted to use it all up. So I'll see what kind of effect I can get. Now sometimes the plate is not perfectly flat. It has some dips and creases. That's from heavy use, and maybe I didn't store it properly, but it might add to the texture. Okay, so Well, before I do that, I will make sure that the printing bed is clean. Okay. I think this is going to be a highly textured, very highly textured print, because the first layer has been watered down so much. Okay. Actually, since the paint is very watery, I am going to let this sit for about 5 minutes, and maybe that will allow the whatever residue is left on the plate will transfer. So I'm going to give this 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's been a few minutes. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, I think there's a very good transfer here. Very interesting mottled texture. This is a contrast to all the other prints that I have, where you have a solid background. This one is very highly textured. I think it's very cool. Reminds me of those walls that have posters on them, and then the posters get ripped out and you have different layers. It is quite a complex image, and it's pretty complex for one pull. And maybe going to let this dry and decide if I need to add anything else to this image. So again, I will take a short break, let this dry, and then come back and see what the story is. Okay, I'm back from a short break. I changed the view of the camera so you can see what I'm going to do in close-up. I'm going to apply some of this light blue here, and try my best not to mess this up. This is very fluid. Thankfully, it's not as watery as the other stuff. That gives it a little bit of a painterly look. Now, I have, while waiting for this to dry, I have prepared a few collage elements cut out from my copy paper prints. So I'm going to switch to a wide angle. Okay, there, so you can see the entire work. I have a thin strip like so that goes here. I have this piece kind of like a bow tie shape. It goes there. And this piece goes here. Changed my mind. I think this works better. Okay. I think that works better. Don't ask me why, but I just think it looks better. Okay, so now let me start mounting the tissue because that's the most delicate one. The reason I like to add these collage elements is visually, I think it adds tension, it adds contrast and interest. Because when I think in a piece of art, when everything looks too much the same, it's not as interesting. It can be boring, and I don't want the piece to look boring. I want it to look interesting. Okay, I think that does it for this piece. This piece went a lot quicker because the first pull was already very complex and I really didn't have to do much more. I'm happy with the rich texture. It was purely accidental, and sometimes the best results are accidental. You don't really plan them. So here is a close-up. I love these delicate textures. They're almost like little flowers. Or the pattern of metal when it starts to rust. So that is the close-up of the texture. And as always, thank you for watching and subscribing. Please share, leave some comments or suggestions, and I hope to see you next time.